Hello, hello, and happy Friday, and welcome to our latest edition of the Pub Footy Podcast. My name is Diego Cerrone, and with me, the two fellas, the two boys, Coach John Martinez and Carlos Castro. We are 2 weeks into January, and it's a Friday. The boys need a little beer, a little espresso, a little something to get the
Pick
vibes
me
going.
up. Oh,
A
here
little
we
pick
go.
me up, yeah. Post
Friday,
work.
but the body is not acting like it's Friday right now. Feels like a
Yeah.
Monday night.
Might need a cat nap, a power nap
Yeah, you boys need
to
something.
get it going. Yeah,
Long week, huh?
Dude.
Yeah, long week. But we got a holiday weekend. We got Monday off.
Yeah.
We got a
shout out-
3-day. We got a 3-day
shout out
weekend.
MLK.
Yes, that's right. Shout out to MLK. And shout out to the plethora of news that we have for you guys today. It's been a wild week in the world of football. We have problems in Real Madrid in the locker room. We'll talk about that. We have Man City land two massive prospects. They love a good transfer window in the wintertime. Arsenal, Chelsea in the Carabao Cup Semifinal. AFCON final previews. Senegal, Morocco, the host nation, reaches the final. And World Cup updates. Some local World Cup updates, and then some more broad, some controversies we have going on with some visa and travel ban issues. So we'll get to it. Fellas, how was your week? How you guys doing? And you guys excited for the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a okay week. I think the week kind of flew by. Had a wedding last night, so I'm a little down and hungover.
You had a wedding?
Yeah,
What the
my
hell?
coworker had a coworker's wedding at the place that Nick and Marilyn got married at.
No post. No nothing.
Yeah, today I was gonna post the vids because I just didn't have it, or like I was having fun at the party, so like I didn't post last night.
Damn.
But actually, one of my coworkers. So only two people got invited to this guy's wedding from my job. So me and this
Okay.
other kid. And he's from Philly. He came up and he was telling me that one of our senior managers had told him about our card game and that he
Sick.
was looking into buying it.
No shit.
So yeah, shout out to my senior manager Fanny Chang,
Love that.
spreading the word of Captain
Come
out
on now.
in the world.
Yeah, good shout out for the game right there. Boom.
Yeah.
Always
So
gotta have
he
it.
heard
Always
about it. He wanted me to explain it to him. He knows Kings. He played a little soccer, so
He loves
intrigued
little
by it.
boost.
A little boost.
little
boost.
kings, little booze.
Yeah,
This is what we
yeah,
need.
yeah.
This is what we need for the weekend, fellas.
Maybe that's what we should do this weekend. Let's get a round of captains in.
How
We
do you
should-
how,
Go
go ahead.
ahead, John.
I said, how do you shag a weekend? Fucking play captains, mate.
I was gonna say maybe for the 1 year we'll play a couple cards to get
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
that'd be
blood
good.
flowing. When
that'd
did
be
I say
cool.
our 1 year was? In like early Feb? No,
Did
I
not.
think Feb 19. You said.
19.
something like that. Yeah. That's gonna be a fun episode. I think we're all gonna get properly hammered.
Yeah,
At least that's
let's
the
get fucked
goal.
up on that one.
Yeah, at
I
least
think I
that's,
have. I think I'm off too. I think that's the week I have like midwinter break for
All
my
right.
for my job.
perfect.
So I'm off that fucking week. Yeah.
All right.
Yep,
No
that's Thursday.
excuses. No excuses for the 1 year. Fellas, let's talk about Real Madrid and the stuff that went on over the last couple of days. So it all started from a couple of weeks ago, but the news shifts happened right after Madrid lost in the Super Cup final against Barcelona. And then Xabi Alonso removes himself from the situation, steps down from the job. Arbeloa, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Arbeloa.
Arbeloa. Yeah.
Arbeloa steps into the job as the new manager, and then real quickly finds out that the Madrid position wasn't as easy as people maybe have expected. They lose 3-2 against Albacete in the round of 16 Copa del Rey, and yeah, Xavi leaves, Arbeloa in, boom, and then they lose round of 16 Copa del Rey. So tough couple of days for Madrid fans and in the city of Madrid. Carlos, how are we feeling?
I guess I wouldn't say shocked because I know we've talked about it in one of our other group chats, but Madrid tends to lose one of these games every year against a second or third division team in Copa del Rey. So the shock of them losing isn't too much of a shock for us, I think. I think it's more just the position the club is in right now. It seems like they're in just shambles. It seems like Abdullah stepping into a position. I don't think he makes the situation any better. I don't think he fixes any issues that are kind of going on in the club. He kind of gives me almost a Xabi type of manager, where he likes to play his current style. And I guess at Madrid, they don't need a coach, right? They need someone who manages the players. Arbeloa is not a manager. He's a coach. So I don't see, blue skies and sunny days ahead for Madrid.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're still only 4 points off from so it's not like they're in, or the season's over, but it's hard to see any positives coming in over the next few weeks.
Yeah, and good for Xavi too to leave such a bad situation internally, right? He kind of leaves with his head held high. He did what he needed to do in the beginning. I think, like you said, they're still in a relatively good position. But John, you sent us the quote about how Madrid players didn't want the kind of the work ethic, the nitty gritty, and the details, that Xabi paid too much attention to details, and that it was quote unquote boring. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, like Carlos said, right? I think these are players who don't need to be coached, right? Or they feel like they don't need to be coached, more to be managed. But let's be real, you're not a Ronaldo, you're not a Benzema, you're not a Luka Modric, you're not a Casemiro, you're not a Sergio Ramos. You're sorry, Fede, Valverde, you're nobody.
And even they, right? Even they needed guidance.
Correct, right? Like Fede, compared to those guys, you're kind of you can't even dust their boots off. Who else is in there? Jude. I mean, you're making your way there, but same, right? You're just kind of breaking the surface in terms of even being in that conversation
It's a young
of
squad.
caliber players. Correct, right? Young guys who still need to be coached, because you can see that, yeah, the management needs to be a bit better, right? But also fundamental stuff they didn't get right. Not knowing how to press, not dropping behind the ball, getting beat on set pieces defensively, all out of sorts. Like, yeah, they want to be like, or fans want to say, we need a guy who can manage our guys, but no, clearly you need a guy who can coach the fundamentals and coach the things that matter in real game time, right? So I think that's where I think that they're getting it wrong, because you're not dealing with the same kind of players that you used to deal with, right? You're not dealing with those big time superstars who can, yeah, just get on the pitch and sort it out themselves. They don't need the tactics. They don't need the XYZ. They don't need to know when to press. They just do what they need to do as incredible footballers, and they will solve the problem themselves. And that's what they've been. But this group is not that group. So that's where I think some Madrid fans get it wrong, right? Because with Xabi, yeah, it doesn't look good, but you're still relatively in a good position. And you started out 11 games in a very good position, and then you dropped, but not
And
lost.
it didn't look good either because of Xabi. It didn't look good because the players weren't trying to buy into his system.
They're refusing to do what he wanted to. And then the moments where it did look good, you're like, oh, okay, cool. They understand what he's asking for. They understand what he demands, and you've gotten results based off doing that. And then for certain people to say like, oh, it's terrible, I'm like, so who takes the blame? Is it the manager who can't adjust? Is it the manager who's demanding too much from professional athletes to do these certain things, or is it the players? I mean, now you can, I think, Arbeloa being in the hot seat, I think you kind of, who do you blame on midweek? Who do you
The
blame there?
midweek loss. Yeah.
Who do you blame there? Is it because I see fans saying, or people online saying, he's going to bring back that grit and that kind of rah-rah, like play for the badge type of style. And then boom, you go out and you lose 3-2 in the Copa del Rey. And I guess, like Carlos said, some Madrid fans, again, say that's kind of like, oh, we see it coming. We lose in Copa del Rey all the time. But
Yeah.
But is that just a cop-out? Is that an excuse to kind of take that tournament seriously? Because at the end of the day, you are Madrid and you are competing against Barcelona for titles domestically and the UCL, and that's something that you need to compete for no matter what. No matter your history of bowing out early of the Copa del Rey. Like, that's such a fucking shitty or dumb excuse in my opinion, because you're still one of the best teams in Europe, and you're telling me that because of your history in it, that you're kind of, we're going to lose this one, and I get it, and not be frustrated by it. That for me, that's weird. Like, you're the giants of Spain and Europe, and you're telling me that you're not going to be upset over losing to Copa del Rey to Alba Celeste. That's a trophy that one less trophy that you have this year, that you want because you went trophyless last year.
Correct.
You should be aiming for a trophy, not be like, all right, cool, fuck, we're due a loss in the Copa del Rey because we're fucking terrible at it. We only have 20 Copa del Rey trophies in Spain, and there's 2 teams above us. Like,
yeah,
what kind of shit is that?
There's a difference between what the fans think about that and the players. I'm sure the players are highly upset over the loss, right? But yeah.
So I think the players now. I mean, so going back to, do we blame the players or do we blame the manager? Because now the players have to have some part in this.
Yeah,
I think it's always been the players' fault.
It's always
been to turn up.
The whole season has been on the players. I mean, obviously, Xabi was expecting certain things from professionals. Obviously, he lost the locker room, and that is probably the only reason why I say it was time for him to go.
Correct. We said that too. We were like, you know what? Once you lose the locker room, that you're done. No manager can overturn that. It's done and dusted. Whatever they feel in there, they're going to stick one another as teammates, and you're casted out. You and your staff are just done for. Turning that over would have been such an insane thing to do for Xabi. So that's why when Diego said that he left with his head held high, he left like, okay, I'm out because you know what? I've lost control of the ship.
Yeah.
People
And he
are
knows.
rowing in
He has
different
the
directions.
experience. He knows.
Correct.
He knows
So
when it's out
the
of his
shit is the
hands
fan.
now.
Correct. So I think for someone to understand that and to realize that, like, yeah, maybe it didn't go as you planned, as we all expected, because I think we were all rooting for something good to happen. I think for Xabi Alonso himself, because you can't tell me that he's not a good coach,
Correct.
right? So it's a tough one.
And that was kind of what was said about, or that's kind of what was said when Jurgen Klopp's name was surfaced about maybe being the next coach of Real Madrid. He basically said, look, Xabi Alonso won the Bundesliga. He is an exceptional coach. And if he couldn't get it done with this group of players and the way everything was handled, the club didn't back him. He's like, there's much more problems within the club. Don't want to be a part of it. So yeah, it was a difficult situation. Arbeloa is definitely in a tough spot, especially with more important games coming up in the Champions League, in the league. So we'll see. We'll see how that situation monitors itself. We'll keep an eye on that.
I hope he turns it over.
I
hope he turns it over because it would be such a good thing, I think, for just like Madrid fans in general.
Yeah.
Just to see something come out of it and like, okay, cool, this guy or Madrid finding someone to actually fill in and get a hold of this group. That itself would be impressive.
For him,
right? And I think I think it probably won't solve things as a big picture, but I think for him to go in there and to solve it on his own merit, whether they play good looking football or whatever, I think it would be huge for Arbeloa. It would be huge for him, right? And I think for this year, I think it would go well because okay, cool, you're building off like I guess what Xabi did, and then like Carl said, they're not in the worst position ever. So you never know because it takes two to tango, right? Barcelona can drop points and XYZ can happen, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think for me it's just like then you prove the players right. Then everyone looks
true.
at Xabi as the scapegoat. So that's what I don't want because I think Xabi
I
is
want
a good
Madrid to
coach.
win, obviously, but I think the players have been so embarrassing this year, and like
right, exactly. So you
the
don't
club
want them to be
club
in
is
the right.
always bigger than the players, and the fact that people are choosing the players over the club is crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we don't want to root against Arbeloa, but at the same time, it's like we don't want the players to be proven right.
to get their way. Yeah,
it's a tough little mix there. Man City land two massive prospects, two of the bigger prospects in the Prem in this transfer window. Semenyo and Mark Gahey. Mark Gahey just got signed. What was it today?
Today in the
20
morning.
million.
Today for £20 million.
20 million pounds. Yeah.
20 million pounds, and Semenyo already off to a rocking start. Already scored in both games that he started.
Two
that he
games.
played in.
2 games. Yeah, 2 goals, 2 games, I think.
2 goals.
Yeah.
And 2 games. Yeah.
So two big pickups for City, a decimated City that has a ton of injuries at the moment, but opened their checkbooks and got two really big prospects.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they get Gahey for 20 million, honestly. He's probably a top 5 center back in the league. Well, Madrid wanted him. I think Liverpool wanted him earlier in the season. Chelsea wanted him at one point.
Yeah.
So for 20 million, I just don't understand how that's possible.
Like
there has to be some type of investigation into why he was sold for $20 million, bro.
I mean, I guess like because his contract runs out right in the summer, so he didn't want him to go for free. But still, I've seen players go for fucking way more, and their contract's about to fucking run out. Like I haven't seen him. When's the last time?
Especially because they're desperate. You should have.
Correct. When's the last time you saw a player go for fucking £20 million? He's like 25 years old. He's in the best form of his career. He's legit.
Like starting English center back.
You're telling me that if City
Maguire went for 75 million, bro.
You're gonna tell me the Palace like, hey, no, he's not 20 million. Cough up 25 more.
Yeah.
City wouldn't have. Pish posh.
Yeah.
Palace bent over and fucking took one right in the fucking arse, man.
Some dirty happened over there.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
also Semenyo was probably like, yeah, I really want to go. So maybe they were trying to do right by the player as well. So it's a tricky situation, honestly.
I mean, listen, I saw what I see. They have 14, 15 players within 12 months that they spent 500 million over.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been spending crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely a new look for Man City.
Anytime City's just not having, like a elite season, Pep's buying like $500 million worth of players.
Yeah, it's like
every time, bro.
Yeah,
literally.
But yeah, manager. I'm just like, what do you do with? Dude, Marmoush has barely seen the field. You signed Semenyo. Jack Grealish is still on loan.
He's been good. He's been good for Egypt, Marmoush.
Right, Doku's out there,
good, bro.
Dude, and you got Doku too. You have like 5 wingers in the same spot.
Yeah.
Granted, Semenyo could play either or, but you're not going to bench Bernardo Silva, who plays on the right, who's your captain. So, I mean, that left wing, everything's up for grabs. And then you signed that kid Victor Reis from Palmeiras for $45 million
Damn.
last year, and you signed Kosanov for 48, I think.
Yeah, that one was wild. Yeah.
So you still have Ake.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a defensive line that's worth $100 million more than that.
Yeah.
And then you buy Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the injuries, right? I do understand the injuries, but it's just so easy. I think when the transfer window gets going, and they're like, yeah, whatever, you just fucking dish it out.
I mean, that's why he stays, man. Right? He has such a big say in the players. It's like the opposite of what we were saying about Chelsea. That Chelsea, that the coach was stuck with players that he didn't really want, right? But Guardiola has a massive say in the players that he wants. And anytime he kind of wants one, he really gets, right? when they hardly miss when Guardiola wants a player.
They only buy the players that he says okay.
Yeah. And it's plug and play, because as soon as they got him, they started him, boom, right?
It's literally plug and play. Like, go in, do your thing.
Yeah. I kind of like that about Guardiola, honestly. Even though he's so like regimented in how players need to play, and especially wingers, he just put them right in, right?
But he also knows what wingers to get to. Like
right. That's what I'm saying.
The type of winger that I think gives him that kind of the thing that he wants, right? He works hard defensively. He can play on both sides. He's not a flashy type of winger like Doku. Like,
so effective though.
Very effective. Gets in good positions in the box. He's tough to deal with on 1v1s. Like I said, he works hard defensively. Keeps possession of the ball, finds himself in good spots, and that's what Guardiola loves. And I think we rave on about Semenyo all the time, and I was like, damn, like City get him.
We knew he was gone. We knew.
Yeah, we're like, oh my goodness, it's gonna give him something else, right?
So the way he was having the first part of the season, we knew he was not staying in Palace for much longer.
I'm just like, shit.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on the City transfers. Let's shift gears to Arsenal, Chelsea. Obviously, both of your teams in the Carabao Cup Semifinal. Arsenal get the 3-2 victory. Where was it? It was at
Stamford Bridge.
It was at Stamford Bridge, right? Subimendi, right, gets the game winner.
Yeah.
Yes. Cooked Fofana, honestly.
Fantastic goal.
Goal.
Give me some of your guys' thoughts on the first leg of the semifinal.
I guess I can go first. Chelsea played okay for having their best players missing, honestly. Second half, I thought they were the better team for most of the half. They came out hot, I think. But at the end of the day, you don't win games when Sanchez is gifting 2 goals, right? I think he's a Arsenal fan. I think he shits the bed against Arsenal every time.
He does shit the bed.
Do you remember that one game, Johnny, when Chelsea was up 2-0?
Yeah. He gave it to Declan, literally, and Declan just ripped it from like 30 yards out.
Yeah. So I think he's an Arsenal fan, obviously. But that's one of the worst games I've seen him ever play, I believe. I think he just could not pass the ball out the back all game. The Arsenal press just had him in fucking shambles. So he was horrific. But
then also, with his hands, wasn't great either.
No, I mean, he
did make. That was his leg, though. That was his foot.
The Marino.
That was his foot, though.
That shit was wild.
I thought it was like
nuts.
That was gonna be. I was like, golazo.
Yeah, I was nuts.
He closed his eyes and just stuck his leg.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, goals were gifted to Arsenal. Arsenal obviously very good defensively and compact, and the high press. Chelsea was struggling in the first half.
Yeah.
Garnacho looked brilliant, I think, off the bench. Probably the best he's played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Besides the goals, he was a little bit fortunate with the ball just landing for him and stuff. But he played great. Esteval was so good, bro.
Yeah, Esteval was a bright spot for you guys.
Esteval was good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just another game where Chelsea, played really well, but defensive mistakes and, they lose. So it's been the same thing every game all season. Doesn't matter how good or bad Chelsea play, they're always going to have a mistake that cost them points or the result.
Before I turn it over to Johnny, what are your thoughts on the new coach so far? You, Carlos.
Oh, they said Johnny.
No, I said before turning it over to Johnny. What are your thoughts on the new coach?
I thought that was his response.
No.
Same. I was just like,
sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think he's all right. I think he also has like a set type of play. I mean, against Arsenal, it kind of just felt like the same thing. Like if Maresca was out there.
Yeah.
It was
you can't change too much yet.
Yeah, similar formation, then playing out the back. I do like that he's probably going to give André Santos more playing time in the midfield. I think he'll pair very well, Moises. But yeah, I guess I don't know too much yet. I don't know what to expect, but I don't think it's going to be a massive change from what Maresca's implemented over the last year and a half.
Okay.
Maybe at the start of next season, we'll see it a little more. But right now, I think he's still sticking to what Chelsea's been playing, honestly, the last year and a half.
Okay. John, The Arsenal.
I think we gave away 2 fairly easy goals, like Carlos said. I think it was the first one, he's free back stick. The second one, Kepa does a really poor job, right, coming out, kind of just whiffs and misses the ball. And then it ends up on Garnacho's feet, and he puts it away, right? So kudos to him. But like Carlos said, in terms of like the way Chelsea was playing and trying to build up the back, I was surprised that they kept trying to do that because aside from Sanchez, I think your center backs weren't too good.
Fofana was bad on the
Like,
ball.
it's like trying to put and we weren't even, the press was high, but it wasn't aggressive. It was just kind of man to man, like just the 2 players and blocking like passing lanes, and you guys would just give it up.
I mean,
Like, just-
Saliba, I think I texted you at one point. I saw Saliba at the fucking cam position. Center
Yeah.
mid. That's how fucking high the press was. It was
Yeah,
wild.
he was so high. He was getting the ball, and he was kind of just fucking turning in the midfield, kind of just getting high and like having a go at goal at times. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, you guys were just kind of like giving us that, right? Kind of just giving us that leeway. I think you guys made it very easy for us.
Easy to defend in the first half.
It was very easy to defend, so I didn't really feel any pressure. Like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, they try to keep possession. Like, they're not playing horribly, but they're not really dangerous. So, and that's what Arsenal does to teams. Like, it's okay, like, have the ball, enjoy it, do whatever you need to do sometimes, and we'll stay compact, we'll stay organized, and when we're on the ball, we'll try to do our best, obviously, to be the better team. But I think Victor getting his goal was massive, regardless of Sanchez's mistake. Something that he
Right
needed.
place, right
because-
time.
Yeah, just needed it, right? I think
He didn't even celebrate it, to be honest.
No, he was pissed.
Yeah.
Because I think when he first wanted it, Saka could have played it with his right foot, and then Saka kind of came back and then played the overlap, and then Ben White just ripped it. So Ben White being another bright spot, I think him coming in, playing against Portsmouth, he was fantastic.
Got his goal.
He got his goals against Chelsea. So, yeah, and so I think he was legit. We need a left back because Timber, as good as he is,
Not a left back.
he's just not a left back. You can see how unnatural it is, even when he's like recovering.
Yeah.
Going forward, he gives us nothing on the left back. So
He took a touch and it went out of bounds.
Going forward, you're struggling. I guess maybe because he dribbles with his right foot. So, like,
yeah,
it was just going out of bounds. Like, it was just not his spot.
You can tell, right? He's a right-footed player trying to play on the left side of play. So
Not easy, man.
It's not easy. So I think getting Ricardo or Nkapie back would be big because Lewis Kelly, for as much as we praised him last year, he's been pretty horrid when he gets in, right? I think the last 2 games, to be fair. But I do think he should play this weekend. But I think we were fantastic during moments. But I think overall, I think for me, it was just get a good result to get the tie out of Stamford Bridge, because I do know how well Chelsea play against us at home. Like, there's no matter how bad they are during the year or how bad they've been prior to the game, they always show up to play at Stamford Bridge. And that's something I can always say, like, yo, Chelsea's going to go out and probably play their best game of the year when we're at their place. So for us to get a win, even though it's 3-2 and it's a little bit close, they still have a lot to do at the Emirates. And I think if we're ready to play, I think we sort ourselves out. I think we can see ourselves in the final. So
Was 3-2 a fair result?
I think so, based off the mistakes and based off like how easy we gave Chelsea those 2 opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I guess 3-2. I mean, I think the game were, let's say, just goals aside, I think the game was pretty even. I think first half Arsenal was all Arsenal. Second half, I think, was mainly Chelsea. If besides mistakes, a draw would have been a fair result as well. But when you give up mistakes, you don't deserve to win. And
yeah,
I think it was good that Chelsea got away with only losing by 1 goal.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
There's still the second leg, will go down. There's a chance, but there's a chance Arsenal could have won by 3 goals. I think it was looking likely before Garnacho.
That's what fans are saying. Like,
that's what I thought as well.
It felt almost like Arsenal was down. Like, they almost lost that game. It felt like, I don't know. It was almost
Arsenal fans were mad.
Yeah.
So, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, you can be mad and you can be critical, but
you win at Stamford Bridge.
You need to see the result, because now you're still ahead in the tie, and now you're home, right? You're home, and we've been very good at home, and people get so nitty gritty about certain games and like certain things. Like, fuck, like, let's be real. Like, these fixtures are coming. They've been coming in hot and heavy, and January is a heavy. Isn't it correct? And January is a heavy month. Like, we have 4 away games back to back to back. That this is our second of the 4. So you need to just get out there and do what you need to do. And he played with a full strength squad. He made 10 changes against Portsmouth. Then he made 8 against Chelsea. And then I think those same team plays tomorrow. So we'll see. And I think he'll make more rotations against Inter midweek. So, I mean, it's a lot going on. So you need to just get the result. If you don't get the result, fans will be a lot angrier if you didn't get the result. If you fucking tie or lose to Chelsea, like, oh, fuck. Like, now we have to go there and, like, be super lights out. But you got the result, and now you can
He
you
has
can
some leeway.
finagle. You have some leeway, and I think the depth allows us kind of that cushion too, where you can use guys who are not going to be like, all right, we should be worried that Chelsea might come back because we're putting in the wrong guys. That's why you sign the players you signed, so then they can play in the next leg and keep the same level. Because obviously there's still a chance that Chelsea could win, right? Because you never know in football. But you have guys on the bench that can come on and keep that same standard and be like, all right, cool. You can do the same job that these guys did midweek. You can do it this week and fucking take us to the finals. I'm happy with a win. Always happy with a win, and then you push forward and you move to the next.
Yep. 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 You take it. And then in the other leg, it was City Newcastle. City get a 2-0 win. The next games, the second leg in both semifinals,
February.
Arsenal Chelsea, February 3rd, Man City Newcastle, February 4th. So we'll keep an eye out for those
Yep.
games. AFCON final preview. We haven't really spoken about the AFCON, but it's happening in Morocco. Morocco are the host, and they make it to the AFCON final just like Ivory Coast did. In the last edition of the AFCON, they will go up against Senegal, who are the 2021 champions. This is Morocco's first appearance in a final since 2004. They only won one time in 1976.
The AFCON?
The AFCON, correct.
Interesting.
This is Senegal's fourth final appearance. And their first title was in that 2021 final against Egypt, who they beat in the semifinal. Mo Salah's Egypt, so they have their way against Egypt again in the semifinal. And this is Sadio Mane's farewell to the AFCON tournament. So
Sadio Mane.
lot of storylines for this one. Morocco has been brilliant over the last couple of years. We've spoken highly about them and their youth system and how they've been up and coming kind of in the world of football as a whole. And now they get to play in a final at home.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Good
Yeah,
for
I
them.
mean, it's their golden generation of football, and it's here to stay. Obviously, the youth are
Yeah.
doing well, the men's are doing well, so it's meant for them to win it, deservingly. They probably are the best team in Africa, so shout out to Morocco,
I
honestly.
kind of want Senegal to win, to be
Senegal got a
honest.
crazy squad.
Senegal's got a crazy
Senegal
squad.
got a crazy squad.
That
And
on paper.
Morocco sweated the semifinal. They won in PKs against Nigeria. Nigeria, who also, right? I think also they lost in PKs in the World Cup like qualifier playoffs.
Qualifying. Yeah, in the playoffs, I think
So-
they lost to Congo in the
Yeah,
PKs.
so Nigeria has to wait a couple of years to play some competitive football again. So it was a tough loss for
Unfortunately, 'cause
Nigeria.
they're nasty. They're good.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
they have a good
names.
they have a good squad.
names.
Yeah, they have a good squad as well.
I'm really excited for Senegal, though.
Yeah. Senegal looks sharp. This final is going to be very intense. I think. I don't think Senegal is scared to play Morocco. To be honest, I think they're going to go in there. They have finals experience. They have World Cup experience, obviously. So I think they'll be ready to go.
When's that final? Sunday. A lot of good sports.
A lot of good sports. A lot of good sports. If you're an NFL fan, it's the divisional round. It's the best weekend of football, American football. But yeah, the finals this Sunday. Yeah.
I watch it. Sport.
Yeah, on beIN. So AFCON final, Senegal, Morocco. Both are looking for their second AFCON title.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's surprising that Morocco's only won once.
Yeah.
I feel like they've always had kind of ballers, but maybe they're finally putting it together. So
Yeah. I remember when Senegal won in 2021. It was massive parade.
against Egypt, it
Yeah.
was Mane versus Salah.
Yep.
They also didn't fuck with each other. So
Yeah.
Even-
Yeah.
in the last game, they don't fuck with each other. I think them two.
No, they don't. I saw an interview with Klopp was saying that Firmino was the glue to the trio. Sadio gets his way over Mo Salah again. And let's go to World Cup updates. So there's been some rifts over the most recent travel bans. There's a lot of World Cup nations in the most recent Trump travel ban. So obviously fans are very upset about that. In lieu of that, though, FIFA put out a claim or like newsline header about 500 million World Cup ticket request. So there's a lot of demand still, but there was also another report saying that thousands of requests or applications were canceled. So
18,000, 20,000, I think, of them.
yeah.
That's
So
fucking nothing.
20,000 in the grand scheme of things is nothing.
Nothing.
right, compared to 500 million. I don't know how accurate that is. There's been a lot of chatter over the political rifts happening currently in the world. So it's definitely not the way we wish a World Cup is being handled and headed
Yeah.
towards the summer. We obviously want everybody, any and all, to be in attendance if they can make it, if they get, the visas approved. But current political situations are making it tough for some fans. Ivory Coast, one of them. Iran, obviously, a second.
Yeah.
To see their team. So very unfortunate, but we'll keep an update on that, and we'll see how that is going. And then shifting to more local news, Brazil, La Selecção picked New York Red Bull's new facility, which opens in March, I believe, or sometime this spring, as
Morristown, baby.
their World Cup kind of host training facility. So
HQ.
we'll have Brazil in New Jersey, fellas.
Morristown.
But I mean, it's the best place for them, honestly. It's I guess between this and maybe Orlando, but
Yeah, well, they have 2 games, right? The first
Up
one's
here?
in MetLife, and the second one's in Philly. So makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
Ironbound's gonna be rocking.
Yeah.
Ironbound's
Oh
gonna be
my
rocking.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Brazilians belong up here. They're closer to home when they're up here in New Jersey.
yeah. They have
That's
good
fine.
food as well. They have some local food. Maybe Bona Brasa supplies a meal or two to
To the team,
Angelotti and company. We'll see about that. But yeah, it's good to have Brazil, La Selecção here. I think it'll give the local community, the local Brazilian community, a big boost. I'm sure they'll be mobbed at their hotel and wherever they're at. So they'll have some good support.
Backing.
Yeah, they'll have
Yeah.
some good support this summer, and to see them, in the Red Bull facilities, kind of breaking in the new facility. It's in Morristown, we said, right?
Morristown. Yep.
Yeah, that facility looks sweet. By the way, I wonder what they're gonna do to the old one. They're just gonna rip it apart.
not sure, honestly.
No clue, dude.
Maybe
Yeah,
there's-
right.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll keep an eye out for that. Boys, always a pleasure. What are we looking for this weekend?
Derby tomorrow. The United City.
Yes.
Wow.
Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Manchester Derby.
Yep.
And then
That's a good one to watch for.
Then a few games at 10 a.m. and then Arsenal play at 12:30 at the City Ground against Forest.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, Chelsea 3 points, Madrid 3 points tomorrow. Let's see how Madrid play under a full starting squad.
Yeah.
With Arbeloa, and
Yeah,
hopefully
tomorrow, dude. Brentford.
Brentford's a tough game for Chelsea.
Igor Thiago, fucking golden boot race.
I don't know.
Dude.
How many goals does he have?
He's got like 16.
God, I don't think I've even noticed.
He's
Beast.
crushed.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah, it's-
fucking beast, bro.
Yeah, he's a beast.
If Brazil don't call that man up for the World Cup,
They have a lot of options, like sneaky options.
They're
but
all
as a number, what number 9 does Brazil have?
Enrique.
I mean, Jesus is back.
No, man, Igor. I'll take Igor. He's hot right now.
Joao
Just take-
Pedro.
Fuck no.
He's like a 10. I mean, yeah, he's probably. I think right now he probably might be the starter.
Rafinha either plays a 9 or
Well,
the wing.
wing. Yeah, gotta be the wing. But then you have Mateus Cunha,
Yeah.
Rafinha, Esteval in the mix. Esteval starting for sure.
Rodrigo,
their
Raining,
their
Rodrigo.
front line is ridiculous,
Stupid.
but you can't bring them all, right? So it's definitely going to be.
Damn.
I think
I mean,
March,
they're all going,
the
but they're
March
not all
window,
starting.
the March window is going to be big to see
Yeah.
who he brings. I think I saw a report that maybe they're going to play in Orlando or Florida.
They play against France in no, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, but they're going to have some games here coming up in March. So that's going to be curious to see who he brings for that.
Not an
candidate.
easy job, honestly, for Ancelotti. Like Brazil's not an easy country to manage.
What about Angelotti with the hard hat though
What?
at the Red Bulls facility?
The Red Bulls.
I mean, I saw him. He posted he was at the Christmas tree at Rockefeller.
That's right.
So he was
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
over here, doing the stuff at Red Bull. So
It's
Yeah,
vibes, bro. That team is also vibes. So you have
is
guys
vibes.
that just gonna just manage the players and just like, hey, go out there, have fun, do
Yeah,
your thing, joga bonito, and just fucking.
he's
put
the
ball in
perfect
back
guy
of
for
the
that
net.
job. I think
Yeah,
we can all
Yeah,
agree
it's
on that.
legit. Yeah, it's legit perfect for him. So I wouldn't be ecstatic if I'm Brazilian to have
And
a guy like
Neymar.
that. So,
We'll
and
see.
then- oh my god,
We'll
last
see.
one, just for the vibes, just for the farewell.
Neymar is not going for the vibes. Neymar is going to play. They have to.
They gotta
right?
bring. They gotta bring Neymar, and then I don't know. Man,
Thiago
yeah,
Silva.
sure.
Thiago Silva. Wait, yeah, Thiago Silva
Yeah.
gonna be there.
Yeah, he just played yesterday. I think
he's balling, so.
they beat Benfica, and he was fucking lights out.
Yeah.
So
He'll
What a
definitely
legend.
be
come on,
there.
man. Yeah,
Gentlemen, enjoy a beer this weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
in a bit.
See you, fellas.
See you.